What is up, everybody? Mikey the Panzer here with the Peaks.
What's up?
And we're continuing our guide series for Hearts of Iron 4. So you were asking a question over the break about these notifications in the underneath our theater. So the Alpine, Western Germany, and Northwest Germany. So if you press F3, it opens the air map mode. And notice how the Alpine region is red, so is Western Germany, and so is Northwest Germany.
So we don't have the air supremacy?
There happen to be a lot of enemy bombers trying to bomb all of our shit. And we could deploy more fighters to try and stop them. Or we could just kind of ignore it. Or, you know, in the civilian industry screen, we could try and build some anti-air. So, or again, we don't have to address the problem at all.
If it's not going to hurt us, why do it?
So we're going to do that Air Innovation National Focus like we said we were. And so, like I said, let's invade Denmark first and then Norway. Because I think we want to control the Danish belt before, you know, we don't want to deploy the Kriegsmarines to launch this invasion into Norway and then have the Royal Navy show up and sink our measly 30 ships. Also, do you want to deploy the Wolf Pack?
Sure.
Okay, so select our submarine fleet one way or another, however you want to.
Actually, there's really no need, honestly. We're going to lose.
Do you want to start starving out the British?
If it'll work, yeah.
Okay, so...
let's wait till we get some better submarines.
Okay. Or we get our Norwegian naval bases.
Yeah, that's probably a better play.
Yeah, because that way... Because my concern is if we send them, they might try and get to their... So I would assign them... If you go to your naval map mode... So...
Yeah, I'm there.
So if you select the submarines, the Denmark Strait, North Atlantic Ridge, and the Iberian coast... Basically, anything trying to trade with the British to and from the colonies is gonna be within striking range for us. The problem is, I'm concerned our submarines are gonna try and get there by going through the English Channel, and you know, go back and forth to their assignment. So what I like to do usually, actually let's keep it paused. What I like to do is once I conquer France, I like to reassign the submarines to the port in Brest in Brittany.
And then just go there.
And then, because, you know, from there, that's
bypass.
I think that's also somewhat historical. But anyways, so yeah, go ahead and declare war on Denmark and tell Heinz to go visit the Lego factory.
Buy me something.
I mean, they're still making wooden toys at this point, so.
Wait a second. Diplomacy.
Right click, declare war.
I'm right clicking.
Right click on Denmark.
Yep.
Declare war on this country. Call allies, send.
Not doing it.
I'll do it. Alright. You do the honors of telling Heinz to go have some fun.
Okay. Heinz Gadarian.
Also, we're at 42 out of 70 days on our naval invasion, so we've got time. What kind of navy did the Danes have? The Danes basically have the same number of ships as us, which is slightly embarrassing. But then again, then again, I'm just talking about their entire navy versus our surface ships.
Oh my god, they're getting destroyed.
Yeah, this is again, teleports behind you type of scenario.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Well, I mean, Denmark didn't exactly last too long in real life anyway.
Yeah, but this is like...
Look, this is what happens when you don't prepare for tanks and you get attacked with tanks. So, alright, so we took one of their cities. They're basically cut off up in the north.
So they're micromanaging themselves right now?
I'm kind of micromanaging them. So I told them to go to Copenhagen.
Oh, okay.
And...
Woo!
Yay! Okay, so an important thing to note is Denmark capitulated, but Iceland declared independence, so Iceland's its own thing now.
Lame.
And Denmark is in Greenland. So there we go. Iceland takes control of foreign affairs. Good job, Iceland. We have some more factories, which we can devote to several things. What you feeling? We need more medium tanks. You want to go for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, medium tanks. Okay, so change our economy law to war economy. So you click on that thing and
where's economy law?
It is
economic law. Oh, okay, I see.
Yep.
War economy?
Yes.
Or total mobilization?
Ooh, can't we? I don't think we're allowed to do total mobilization at this moment.
War economy.
So what that's gonna do is that's gonna give us more civilian factories to actually do stuff with. Which, well, I'm gonna build some more synthetics because.
We need to get sent. Yeah, we got the garrison over there.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm assigning some garrison. We could use some more garrison troops.
All right. What are we researching now? The airplanes.
It's December of 1939. We don't have our bonuses for the airplanes yet, so let's hold off on that.
Mechanized infantry.
Go for the improved computing machine, the research time one.
Under what?
It's under engineering.
Improved computing machine.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
How long on this naval invasion?
How long until we can do it?
10
days.
Are we gonna do it in 10 days?
We could. Let's see. So.
Or wait.
So currently the Danish belts are friendly, which is good. It appears there's some French. There's a French navy in the Baltic. You see them?
Yeah.
That little French ship. So they're just gonna get pummeled, hopefully by.
Sea bombers.
By our naval bombers. So Heinz, with Heinz we can. You want to start preparing to invade Belgium with Heinz, or?
I want to get Norway done first.
Okay, well, I mean, you can still tell him to, start planning his attack.
Heinz already had. Oh, yeah, Heinz. I was thinking Kesselring. All right, Heinz. Do you really want to go for France right now?
Well, here's the thing. We're not going to go for France until we're done with Norway. Okay, so here's something important.
I want to get Norway, Sweden, Finland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia done.
You want to conquer them, like, on the side?
No, I want to do that before we even start with France.
So you want to so like what I'm saying is you want to conquer them, just even though that's not part of like our standard path.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that not a good idea?
It's an interesting idea.
The French aren't going to do anything.
Oh no, we absolutely can. I'm just worried that instead of joining the Allies, which they most likely would join the Allies, they'd join the Comintern. Then we'd be up shit creek.
Who?
The Baltic countries. Or the Nordic countries.
I thought you said they'd join us.
Well, that's if the Soviets attack them. So let's make...
Soviets will attack them. Doesn't the Winter War trigger?
Eventually.
Yeah, then just wait.
Well, we are in no position to go with the war with the Soviets yet. We need to wrap up the Allies on the continent and then prepare for all of that.
Oh.
So
I want to save Finland though.
Finland can hold their own. They usually win. Or if worst case scenario they lose like one state. And then they get pissed off and then they join us to try and get it back. Because we can help them. Okay, so you see, Italy wants to join the war. If we let Italy in the war, they're going to start fighting along this front down here. I don't want Italy to join the war until we're ready to invade France proper. So I'm going to decline that.
So
we have
Heinz.
We have.
Wouldn't I want to wait until we're done with the Netherlands to go with Heinz?
Italy's justifying against Yugoslavia. Put Heinz Guderian on the Yugoslavian border. We need help. We need to help our brother out.
Do we though?
Kind of.
Front line.
So there's one French cruiser in the Baltic.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, just extend that front line just a little bit. We only need to cover our side. Oh, actually, no. Romania's not on our side. I was about to say, we can get right up on Belgrade, but we can get pretty close through Hungary. Alright, are you,
I fucked up. It's not letting me undo the front line that I drew the shitty one. Okay, now I got it.
Okay, yeah.
So no, wait, I can go through Romania? Hungary?
You can't go through Romania.
I can go through Hungary, though.
Yeah, Hungary's our
so
ally.
So front line on the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. I mean, again, remember, Heinz is a blitzkrieg expert. So
yeah.
You can have him.
I'm just going to go as close as I can get to Belgrade, then.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep picking techs.
Okay.
And remember how, as opposed to the offensive line, there's the spearhead order?
Yep.
Also, Heinz is getting some medium.
Why did it do the whole front line? That's stupid.
Because you clicked on the border. You didn't right-click and drag.
Okay. I promise I'll get it this time.
This is a teaching moment.
Okay, I think I got it now.
Okay. Yep, that's perfect. And if you want to, you can do an offensive line, or if you want to do the spearhead order for Belgrade, kind of like I did, but you draw it.
I just right-click or something?
Yes. You know, it's the same way you draw an offensive line. But, you know, you want this to only draw this on a couple provinces, because, again, this is a blitzkrieg order. This isn't like, you know...
That's good?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so one more thing is I assigned a medium tank to the division, but he's not...
That's basically all their victory points, isn't it?
Yeah. So... Yeah, that medium tank is now going to be assigned to it. Okay, we are ready to invade Norway. Our naval invasion is prepared. So we need to talk about what you need to do for a naval invasion. Okay. So we already have the order planned, right?
Yep.
And so one thing for naval invasion, you need naval superiority, which means you need, you know, more ships operating in that area than your enemy does. Luckily, by taking Denmark, we cut off the Danish belts. So this like lone French cruiser is just kind of chilling. So, so first of all, we have to declare war on Norway. Second of all, we have to deploy our fleet, and thirdly, you click go, and our troops will hit the waves. So,
declare war.
So declare war on Norway. There we go. So then get the Kriegsmarine. You remember they're stationed at the same port the naval invasion is supposed to land out of.
How do I do that? Get the Kriegsmarine?
You can either click on the Navy tab and select them from there, or you can click on the fleet itself, which is in the port of Kiel.
You go for it. I can't.
All right. No, you need to figure this out.
Is it paused?
Yeah, the game's paused.
Oh, okay.
So click on the Navy screen. And
click on the Navy.
And click on the Kriegsmarine.
Kriegsmarine.
You got him?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so now we need to give them a mission in the Baltic Sea, because, well, you can kind of look just by the arrow, but if you mouse over the order for hell, performing naval invasion requires naval supremacy along areas in its path, blah, 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 blah. We lack sufficient intel to dare sending invasion through the region Baltic Sea. So, you know, if you're doing a bigger naval invasion like in the Pacific, it might cross 2, 3. If you're, you know, you could theoretically have a naval invasion go from St. Petersburg all the way to Tokyo. You'd also need to guard every sea region along that path, so, you know, that's absurd. That doesn't exactly, you know, it's not exactly practical. Usually you're going to do shorter range things and all that. So we need to achieve superiority over the Baltic Sea. So to do that, we need to give the Kriegsmarine a mission. So you see the 4 buttons at the top?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the 4 missions. I'm going to go right to left because they kind of... So, okay, let's do left to right. So patrol. So patrol and search and destroy basically do the same thing. Your ship just kind of putt along and they find an enemy. They tell all their friends, hey, we found them, and there's a naval battle. Basically, patrol means your ships are more spread out. So that means, with patrol, there's a better chance of finding the enemy, but it takes longer for all of your ships to get into combat. Search and destroy means, there's a less chance you find the enemy, but when you do, your whole fleet's right there. Convoy raiding means you sink convoys. That's usually what you have submarines on. And convoy escort means that you're going to, you're not going to seek out enemy ships, but you are going to protect your convoys. So, sub hunting or whatever. So, I usually prefer, so we need to do search and destroy or patrol over the Baltic Sea because, we want to shoot this one.
What about hold?
Hold is basically just sit there. You can manually control your ships, but that will not give you naval superiority. So, we can't just park our ships in the middle of a random sea.
Search and destroy, and then just click on...
Right-click on the Baltic Sea.
Okay.
Perfect. So now, whenever I'm going to just unpause. Okay, so now pause again. So now, even if you deselect the Kriegsmarine and you press F2, the Baltic Sea is green. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you see there's a little icon kind of near Lithuania where there's a naval battle taking place. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if you click on that, that's the naval battle screen. So if we unpause, you can kind of watch what's happening. See, it's some Danish and the Polish ships, and our ships are engaging. And you can kind of see what's going on. You got some heavy cruisers. If you mouse over ships, pause. I'm going to pause right now. If you mouse over ships, you can see who they're shooting at and everything. So it's not nearly as interesting as watching say a Panzernator World of Warships video. But you can still see what's happening. You can see the losses. So we've sunk a lot of their ships. They've sunk one of our destroyers. I'm gonna just pick a research really quick.
Pick the airplane.
Do we get air innovation? We don't have air innovations yet.
Oh, we're so good. Don't pick anything yet, then. Because we've only got a few days left in air innovation.
Okay, that's very smart. That's a good thing to do. You're catching on quick. Okay, so we got some. Okay, so pause. So you see, there's now unread naval battle results, and there's an icon on the map. And so by doing that, you can see who participated in the battle, which admiral was the head commander. So if you have multiple admirals, it'll pick the best one to kind of lead the whole combat. You can see who participated, and you can see who survived. So if you mouse over our ships, you can see who took damage and what kind of damage their ships are at. And also we lost the Z2, we lost the destroyer, but we also sunk 20 destroyers, 19 Danish and 1 Polish. So there's that. We need to upgrade our artillery production. I am going to... you said you want to do a Curtis LeMay strategy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assign more factories to strategic bombers. So we can dismiss that naval result. We need a lot of tungsten. We're also taking all of Sweden's tungsten.
For the strategic bombers?
Just in general.
Okay. I don't know. Should we go to the Stuka, though?
For what?
I feel like close air support's more lending itself to Blitzkrieg than strategic bombing is.
It's only one factory in the grand scheme of things. So do you want to focus on close air support a little bit more?
Yeah, once we get the political power, I guess we'll research it, get the political power, then change.
Okay, yeah. No, we need a change before we finish the research.
Oh, okay.
So as long as we change before we finish the research, we're good. So basically, you're saying we need to you want to stockpile political power to try and be able to get that?
Yeah.
Okay,
how quickly could we get it? Is that?
It'll be a 50% bonus. So the Ju-87 takes 162 days, so it'll cut it down to 80 days.
Okay.
So that's
we
that.
Can get the political power definitely though.
Yeah, we're getting 2 a day, and we're halfway there. So we'll get the political power in about a month or so, and it'll take like 2 months plus to research the thing. So we're well on schedule.
Okay.
So anyway, so we got our naval superiority. Next episode, we're gonna. This is a good time to stop. We're going to launch the naval invasion. We kind of want to launch them before our ships get too damaged and go to port to repair. As you can see, they're hunting down the remnants of the Polish Navy. So our ships are going to keep doing that. These allied navies are just trapped in the Baltic. So, get some target practice, right? But anyways, hope this guide was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll be sure to try and help you out best I can. If this guide was helpful and you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, follow me on Twitter, check out my Patreon page. Thank you all so much for watching. Until the next one, this is Mikey Dare Panzernator signing out. See you, nerds.